Ethanklein exposes boss list
Yeah,
as
I
well.
can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed
What is this actually about?
knowledge of how goblins get drawn in. But you know how they're all. How do you string these words together? Don't do that. Don't do any of that. What are you doing? Don't do any of that. Just move on. People are gonna constantly bully you about it, but just never talk about it ever again. Comer says, as someone who was previously overweight and had back any problems, I can recommend the seated stationary bike as a starting point. Low impact and improves overall stamina while brain power, stop being heavy impact, help me massively. Leave my skinny gremlin body out of the conversation is a perfect sanctuary for heathens gremlin like me. Listen, we're not talking about gremlins, and we're certainly not talking about goblins, if you know what I'm saying, okay? We do not have an expertise in goblins here, okay? The only goblin we know is not even going goblin mode. It's actually El Goblino, XQC. But there's a different type of goblin discourse happening on the planet.
This is about React content
Right
again.
now. For quite some time, I made the deliberate choice of like never really talking about other content creators for their own sake, regardless of the fact that they could not seemingly get my goddamn name out of their mouths. Making a lot of content talking about how I am a bad guy for this reason or that reason, and over again they ate good. And goddamn, it's getting increasingly hard not to talk about some of these other content creators. Holy moly. Okay. I mean, is it my first time? Did I not know about horses? Did I not know about goblins or debating the ethics of age of consent laws? No, I did. I purposely rarely ever talked about it because I thought it was
Yes, of
unproductive
consent.
and silly,
Huh?
with the hopes that they would just kind of leave it alone and leave me alone. Okay. Goddamn, dude. So many of the people that have made a entire career for themselves being like, these guys suck, these guys suck, these guys suck. This Hassan guy, he's bad, he's tanky. So many of these motherfuckers keep coming out, being into some real weird shit, okay? Defending real weird positions and also being into some real weird shit. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? It's so funny seeing bro trying to butter up Ethan after leftovers ended only for Ethan to be the one to blow up his story to the mainstream. Yeah, I mean, look, I let that chopper sing. I'm not gonna let the chopper sing that hard, okay? But let me tell you, I think at this point we can recognize that like maybe it wasn't my anti-American sentiment that did not allow a bunch of sweaty ass political drama YouTubers invited to the White House. Okay, because let me tell you something. Okay, Tacoma isn't the only place that wept. I've been weeping for days and days, cackling. For those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you're probably confused. Like, what the fuck is on? You rarely ever
I'm actually confused.
talk about other content creators in the leftist space or whatever. For me, all the normies in here, I guess friend of the show Ethan found out about like a lot of the porn browsing habits of a anarcho-Bidenist content creator who goes by the name of Vaush. And understandably, as a normal person, he saw that and was like, this is the most unhinged and most awful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's true, it is bad. It was apparently leaked. Well, not apparently, I mean, I even made jokes about this, but anarcho-Bidenist, libertarian socialist YouTube
What is searching
debate
for?
guy has a Vaush loves you and is super charitable to you. Oh yeah, no, totally. Look, I'm charitable to him, okay? I'm charitable. I'm the one who's charitable. Do you understand? I've been charitable. You think this wasn't a thing that was like floating around? I've not talked about this the past multiple years. These are people that have like
I
called me
mean, they're what
platform
tankies.
and shit, talking about how I love terrorism, love I'm an Islamist fundamentalist terrorist, this kind of shit. I'm being charitable now. I'm going light on it, okay? Watch me like 20 videos after the Tim Houthi Chalamet saga. These guys eat good. This motherfucker has also done the Andrew Tate style lies about me as claiming that I hate the Kurds and deny, I might even deny the Armenian genocide or some shit. So no, I see them. I see whenever this dumb shit pops up, and I choose not to talk about it for their sake, not because I'm like worried about the retaliation or whatever. I choose not to, waste time on this shit. Not to mention the expanded hater universe that cut content is about you. Yeah, I know. So here's the thing. As a Kurd, him making a bullshit implying you're a Turkish nationalist, show me who Vaush was, didn't watch him before, it's all gross. Yeah, that's so funny. He brought this up, why Ethan should go easy on him because he defended Ethan about you. Yeah, that's hilarious. Point is, he was Vaush was a weirdo chat member for years before he started making content. Yeah, my man apparently has a porn folder on his computer. That in and of itself is already a red flag. Okay, I don't understand it, but then again, I'm pretty basic in my tastes. Okay, I feel like the moment that you have a porn folder on your computer, you're already doing some weird shit. What the fuck's going on? That's already odd. It gets more odd when some of the porns on the porn folder are GIFs. Okay, and this is like a of weirdness. Okay, did I say that right? Isn't that the one where like you open it up and there's more like
Actual Redditas.
dolls inside? Speaking of dolls, okay, like who the fuck is cranking it to GIFs? Is my first question. Why is this next to the tax folder is the other question? A Matrushka doll, the Russian nesting dolls.
Probably XQC.
Okay, why
I think he specifically said
there
that.
multiple folders, and why so much horse and lolly? Every step of this process gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder as it unfolds. And unfortunately, of course, when that shit leaked,
Lolly?
because I
Oh,
was like trying
hell
to right
no.
click save a photo onto his I guess to his porn folder. Obviously, understandably, a lot of people lost it. Have you never gotten horny during your tax return? I just don't understand any of this. I don't understand why you would download any of that shit. I don't understand why you would obviously look at any of that shit or even seek it out. And why gifts? I really don't understand the gift thing. Like sex gifts are so weird, but it turns out not that weird, I guess. It's a Tumblr thing. You're more of a WebP man. I am not, okay? My point is that happened. It's funny. It's funny. It's a funny situation. It's weird. That's all I'm gonna say about it, okay? But I guess Ethan ethered Vaush for having lolly and shit like that on his computer. But yeah, no, my favorite is like the Vaush defenders that are still out there being like this openly, okay? This guy, Red Bat Media, obviously like is saying this from behind the block, so I can't show it to you, but Queen Yellow says, so many people who threw a fit over Hassan doing a humanizing interview with a Yemeni teenager are now stridently defending Vaush possessing a stash of cartoon children being penetrated by animals. What Vaush did is embarrassing. What Hassan did is actively bad. First of all, there's not a worse way to approach the subject matter, okay? You're just making yourself look bad at that point. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're TikTok from a country you don't like, not about shop porn in any form, but given the average Zionist is the morals of a pile of steaming dog food and audacity to match, I see why you feel that way. It depends on the gift, bro. If you take the best of scenes of classic porn, best of, and just make them all in the gifts, you're such a gooner that you need constant stimulation of all the best scenes behind each other, like a Goon 2 magazine full of porn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's weird, dog. Apparently, there was also some AI art as well. I'm obviously not gonna show you any of this, okay? I'm obviously not gonna show you any of this.
Yeah, don't show
Stuff,
that.
but all the 4chan weirdos, turns out, figured out immediately what fun it was, and they've like detailed it, even from like
The lolly thing is kind of
the
weird
brief
though.
snapshot that they got from the folder. But I did see this last night, and this is what made me want to talk about it, because as you guys know, Tacoma Wept is a legendary moment. Friend of the show, Brace, unlocked within Vaush 4 years ago. Okay, 4 years ago. What is Tacoma Wept? Okay, all right, give me the Mehmet tweet. Roll the clip. I have to do it. I have to start off there. I have to start off with Truanon Mehmet. Where is it? Does anyone have the link? Here you go. I mean, friend of the show, Brace Mehmet Turanan, who is, of course, literally on the broadcast routinely, which is additionally funny because he went and fought in Syria alongside Kurdish militias as a member, even though Vaush had told me that I am personally anti-Kurd, which I find to be strange. Like, that's what he was telling his audience, that I'm like anti-Kurd and anti-Armenian or some shit a while back. Cool stuff. Anyway, here's what happened. Brace was tweeting about Vaush, I guess, in 2020. And one of those tweets, what the fuck was it? I forget what the tweets were, but this was his response. I mean, it's a classic bit.
Wait, is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible. I'll give you 5,000 if you can get poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the f you're talking to?
Okay.
When I got off Tinder because of the quarantine, Tacoma wept. Even like ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have 2 skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay, do some research.
Every part of this is phenomenal. Okay, every part of this is phenomenal. Do your research. Tacoma wept. He truly does have a way with words. He is a very poetic guy. Also, we can see here why one does not interact with a hater. You stand to gain nothing and become this at worst. Exactly. Ah, Tacoma wept. Listen, he's got 2 skills and he's all out of words. Okay, that was like that's why people are saying Tacoma wept, which is like such a beautiful poetic. I'm not even being remotely ironic here when I say Tacoma wept is poetic. When I got off Tinder, Tacoma wept is literally some of the greatest words I've ever heard. Only made so much better by who's saying it and with what energy they're saying it. Okay, I need you to understand. I'm not being sarcastic. Is Tacoma a place or a person or an animal? I'm confused. No, it is no. Tacoma is a place. It is a city in the state of Washington. And the follow-up was I'm 2 hours away from being inside of someone. Okay. Brace is so funny. His response was, I am literally praying for you. With the blurry ass screen grab. It's just like every part of this is so good. I don't know why. So look, my point is that was a banger. And you can only come up with bangers like that. Like it's like a Weasley, I'm saying it moment, Weasley little liar dude moment. Like there are sometimes moments of greatness in this silly little world where we stream on Twitch or on YouTube.
How about literally lying?
Okay. And honestly, that's an all-time great. Like that is a banger. I'm 100% like I'm not joking when I say this. I love that clip. That has lived in my mind for so long, and you know sometimes I use it in the real world, but I'd never actually like brought it up on stream openly. Okay, and honestly, it's like refreshing that it's a now becoming like a real world meme. It has a Navy SEAL copy pasta question, yes. So, but I've been waiting for this so long for this moment. I'm glad Ethan cooked them. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just like one of those weird things. All right, like it's just there's a lot of weirdness going on in the debate side of the world in general, but this is part of the reason why I think like debate lording this kind of stuff is so dumb, because like this is apparently after the folders were leaked and the contents of the folder were leaked. Okay, here was his response.
The other one is like a threesome with 2 chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at knowing now that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography. But you know how they're all.
How do you string these words together? You will have to wait. Oh, God, I gotta run this. This is the best
thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography.
He is very skilled as an orator. Okay, like this is what debate guys are. They're very good at rhetoric. They're not exactly super knowledgeable. Maybe on goblin porn they might be, but like this is the same energy as Destiny too. They're one of the same, 2 sides of the same.
Oh, really?
Obviously, you know, Vaush is a lot more like leftist principles.
Vaush is not comparable to Destiny at all.
Than the other, who's just like a neoliberal. But like the idea that you're like, no, actually, I'm going to debate you. Hello, it's welcome. I'm going to debate you on my divorce. I'm going to debate you on the contents of my porn folder. It's like, dude, don't do that. Don't do any of that. What are you doing? Don't do any of that. Just move on. People are going to constantly bully you about it, but just never talk about it ever again. You know what I mean? But my favorite is also people in the chat going, but Vaush, why was it AI? Like they don't even like. What do you mean? There's a horsecock with lolly, and they're like, dude, I can't believe you betrayed people by using AI horsecock porn. If you get your horsecock, it has to be straight from the source.
But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
Anyway, but it didn't end there. Apparently, he said that you know he tried to allude that like Ethan is transphobic or something.
Like the part where he said this is a pedophile community. Yeah, did he say that with regards?
Like I highly doubt he said that, but I assume that he's probably thinking that not because there's like trans members of the community, but instead because there's people that are defending your consumption and habits, and that's it.
So there being a lot of transgenders here. Is that what he meant? Curious.
Anyway, Goblin mode. Vaush says Ethan shouldn't expose his love for horsecock or make fun of him because it's election season. I swear to God, I'm dying right now. Video on the way. Is it the Vaush teaches audience to defend CP? Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna scroll any further because I don't want like anything accidentally to show. But the reality of the matter is, he has debated the ethics of such things in the past. A lot of people in Destiny's fandom, for example, think that I'm talking about him all the time when I talk about debate lords, but like a lot of debate lords have done this, including Vaush, including Destiny, and many other people. Like there are so many people who that like make a living constantly fucking testing their intellectual metal in the marketplace of ideas that have done this. And to me,
I think it's pretty entertaining.
Like I'm brain broken. I'm online all the time. I'm permanently online. Okay, this is my favorite thing. See, look, I've watched you for 2 years and I don't know who these people are. Yeah, because I never talk about them.
Maybe may debating and to
I think for the past 2 years,
increase the viewerships.
as these guys have cut like so much like Hasan content, they legitimately thought I didn't talk about them because like I was scared that their ideas were far too good and that members in my community would go over there and be like, oh my God, you opened up my mind. No, the reason why I didn't talk about them is because it's irrelevant drama. Like that Tacoma web shit lived in my mind, but I didn't want to make
irrelevant
that into
because
content.
he adds debate purpose.
Expand on it because I thought it was like silly, ridiculous. By the way, you still follow Pepe? Is that who is that? Keffels on Twitter, even though she endlessly shits on you and is the #1 peddler of you being transphobic? Yeah, I don't care. That's my thing. Like I don't even give a shit. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I've always been politics first, drama second. If I'm gonna do drama, it's not gonna be about like political commentators or whatever the fuck, but it's going to be about like silly internet drama.
Just to surface debate political shit.
A broad audience thing that people care about. Okay, and yes, I moderate.
Doesn't want to go deep into this
and my whole
debate.
community is to the best of my ability to avoid this kind of fucking drama because I don't think this like kind of brain rot is like even in any way, shape, or form remotely productive. I'm not a bigger fan of you for not talking about them. The vibes they give off are always off, and I'm glad the vibe checks were correct. Yeah, it's mostly because every single time, anytime you fucking bring this shit up,
Yes,
bring
man.
anything that they've done up, okay, it's always like the most psycho sycophants spending hours and hours and hours and hours trying to debate the minutia, and it's like, I don't want to spend any time thinking about the ethics of porn or lolly or any of these things, dog. It's weird, and you're weird for defending it. That's why I always say, be normal. I used to be a drama pervert, avoiding drama for months, just watching you and non-politics streamers help my mental health. Yeah, the other part of the drama stuff is that it also is like very toxic, okay?
Channel's Hasan viewer
It's
content.
very toxic. It creates like more of an interest in this sort of thing. So before, and it cultivates a fan base that straight up only wants that. And when there isn't real drama happening, you as a content creator need to create that drama so you can keep feeding that audience, that beast that wants it. Same with fucking debate lording everything. That's why if you're a streamer that primarily debates, you always have to keep debating. And when you keep debating everything, okay, you're inevitably gonna start debating the ethics of porn. I don't make the rules. Those are the rules. Might as well be a rule. It happens all the time. This is what I mean. Look, but simping for literal terrorists is fine. Yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Have fun with that though, dude. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, dude, you had a 19-year-old Yemeni TikToker on, and that's why it's actually fine that my favorite content creator has like entire folders dedicated to like horses having sexual intercourse with like young girls or whatever. Okay. The point is, it's just like the larger, broader point that I'm trying to make here. Time and time again, the reasons why I never talked about fucking Destiny or Vaush or any of the like the stand-in, I guess I call it, the xylithol, whatever the fuck, right? Type like content drama farmers and content farms and drama farms and debate farms in general. Like the reason why I didn't talk about them for years and years is because I thought it was wholly unproductive and ultimately creates like an era of toxicity, and it makes
When
people
Destiny met him, the
want more of that. And that's why we ban people whenever they're like, hey, this guy fucking literally has made a YouTube video about you. This guy said this about you. Can you address it? Okay. So I just want people to understand that. So before people go, oh, dude, I can't believe you're doing this. Like, I can't believe you're, addressing Vaush in this way. Like, you're hitting him when he's down. It's like him and every single one
and
of
of
these
course they're going to talk about him. He's the largest political streamer.
fucking weird, loser, debate, perverted, drama farming Andes have been doing for years and years. When no such drama even existed, they would try to find something and cultivate their own drama. Okay. So don't come at me and be like, the one time he does this, like, you fucking come after him. Okay, energy for your own content creator for the past 2 years, 3 years. Okay. Anyway, Kevin's apparently said, I'm
What is he
disappointed
waffling
in
about?
Tipster. Genuinely disappointed saying what H3 Productions did to Vaush V after tonight. You think after everything Hassan community as well as others in the past have done to misrepresent Ethan, he wouldn't be so quick to do the same to others. Yet here we are. He even used the same amount of context clips alt writers have used to defame Vaush time and time again. Whatever this was intended to be, there was one thing for sure. This was not the move. And it was extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vaush. I like that they I like that this is like I'm being addressed here as well. Okay. Do you hear yourself, all three of you? Well, honestly, coming from someone who watches both of you, this whole thing is so stupid. Do you hear yourself, all three of you are so immature when it comes to each other? Whenever there's an argument such as this one, here's a really fun, really solid thing to do, okay? Because people always do this. They're like, dude, everyone is equally at fault here, okay? So let's do it. Let's go to my channel, okay? And let's search Vaush. Not a single one of these is related to Vaush, by the way, but these are the ones that come up. Not a single video, not a one, okay?
Wait, how about this channel, Hasanabi
Not one
production?
singular video, nothing, okay? Every single one of these videos is just like completely unrelated. Now let's do the same for Vaush. Let's do it. Let's go to his channel. Let's take a look at his videos. To be like, this is equivalent. To be like, oh, this guy, he is doing this to you as well. Hassan's takes on China might be getting worse. Hassan goes full debate lord on Piers Morgan over Israel-Palestine. Ethan Klein destroys Hasanabi and leftovers debate. Hassan fails to answer a question on Taiwan being a country on H3 podcast.
I mean, of course he's going to talk about him.
Hassan canceled for betraying social
What?
life. I guess this one's defending me, to be fair. Tensions rise in
He's the
Israel-Palestine.
one misspelling information.
Debate on H3 podcast. The Hasanabi versus Marianne Williamson debate genuinely surprised me. Hasanabi exposing global satanic Balenciaga controversy. Hassan and Ethan Klein's emotional Israel-Palestine debate goes off the rails. Hassan actually brought a Houthi militant on stream. Hassan and Ethan Klein debate over excuses content theft. Hassan beats with Adam something, and I get called out. Hassan got dogpiled for objectively correct media take on One Piece. No, okay, there's a little bit of defense there. Okay, that's good. Hassan humiliates entertaining hilarious debate. Thank you. There's a defense there. Hasanabi's and Kyle Kaliski's Ukraine Russia takes are bad. Hasanabi gets intense debate over Tory Lane shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Daily Wire loser hit piece on me. Hasanabi makes no arguments. XQC Hasanabi lazy streamer drama content. New anti-Vaush and anti-Hassan video just dropped. I have not seen this one. Hassan banned from Twitch for saying cracker. Hassan socialism car. Hassan socialism car. Yes, Hassan make money. Can we please talk about real problems? Okay, so he went from, I guess, somewhere Hassan declares war, smears me mercilessly. Hassan and Richard Wolff.
And he's the most controversial, that's
Some bad
why.
takes on the H3 podcast. Family feud. Hassan versus Jank. These are literal end talking points. Leftists defend the Houthis. Debating our relevant on Hasanabi's wealth, hypocrisy, socialist morals. Hasanabi might debate yay, law, contemplations, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so before people pop off and be like, oh, you are the left's Ben Shapiro, the point is almost none of these arguments are real arguments, okay? They're all manufactured. They're all completely manufactured. Notice how every time you mildly mention
No,
this
I
video.
didn't even watch the video.
No, the
Nice.
last time I did that was like during
Not making conclusions.
Ukraine, and I was like shocked at how over the top a defender of NATO he was. Because I was like, aren't you like supposed to be libertarian socialist? Like what? Those are the cops. It's like being an anarchist who likes world police shit. Dare I say more? Should I go in on this on the Destiny side? If you want some smoke on that end too, before people go, oh, all three of you guys are the same. Okay, all three of you guys do the same. You talk about each other all the time. Okay, you want me to do that too? Because I can do that as well. We can do that too. Hassan's fool Houthi interview makes Destiny lose his mind. Hassan slash Shapiro and Destiny calls debate useless. Hassan launches out of viewers and Destiny get called out. Hassan loses after getting called out. Beyond irresponsible. Shut up, you dumb. Hassan fumbles easy debate and loses it. Hassan backtracks into insane toddler take. Destiny debated about breaking news and tried to warn him. Do you care? Ethan confronts Hassan in emotional debate. Hassan Parker wants Sam Hyde the most. Hassan defends leftist celebrating Hamas. By the way, this is personally also aligning with an actual out and about Nazi. Okay, Destiny is so much worse than Vaush. So much worse. Not even close. Okay, because ironically, he also has defended a lot of the similar things. He's done the actually it's a phebophilia argument over and over again. Okay, Hassan defends leftist celebrating Hamas, frustrates Ethan. Hassan addresses the insane comments attacking Ethan. Ethan confronts Hassan on socialism. Leftovers don't forget. Ethan suspends podcast with Hassan. Before this guy opened up a singular Wikipedia page about Israel-Palestine to act like he was the actual foremost authority on the issue, even though he got shit pushed in by debating like actual experts, who know a thing or two. He had cut thousands of videos at this point about like simply debate, simply drama. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, this is what you do when you don't have anything else going on, and all you're doing is just fucking farming drama. It pays the bills. I'm paying his bills. I'm paying his child support. Okay, so he should be thanking me every
But he makes more content than him, the
day of the goddamn
What?
week. Come on now, think about the smoke he has here. Okay, versus the way he talked to Ben Shapiro. Think about the way he has talked in just the last month of videos that I just showed you versus the way this man who's supposed to be a liberal, who's supposed to be a leftist, and the way he puckered for Ben. Puckered up. Don't say it's a low blow. Don't step to his level. Suck my dick. This dude literally has falsely smeared me for a living. No, I'm sick and tired. At any point goes for
What actually happened him? What is he
Destiny as
talking
it does
about?
for Vaush. The reason why I don't talk about how I'm basically paying for both of his divorces in general is not because I'm afraid, okay? It's because it's incredibly fucking annoying. Because every time I bring it up, every single one of his fans come in here
Nah, he's just afraid to debate him.
go crazy mode. They're like, no, let's talk about it actually. All of a sudden, they have all the smoke. All of a sudden, they have all the ethics and the morality. These are people who have been calling me that needs to go back to Turkey, go back to my own country, like I'm an Islamist fundamentalist for literally months,
What?
okay? It's insane to me that every single time this happens, okay, they very quickly forget all the shit that they've said and turn into
I
like
mean, he literally support Hamas.
the wokest progressives of all time. It's literally 4chan, okay? It's Pole. It's 100% Kiwi farm basement dweller, okay? That's crazy. If you try to duke it out with pigs, you're inevitably going to catch a lot of the reason why I don't like doing it. And they've cultivated an entire community, an entire community of orbiters on top of that, like secondary lines of attack from like dudes that want to show their loyalty to this weirdo that basically make these insane videos all the goddamn time. That's why Ugopnik in his video didn't actually refer to them by name, but just simply said cancer tumors on the supposed left, always. And it doesn't matter. It's like you make fun of them for not knowing anything about the subjects that they cover, and they'll turn around and be like, I didn't realize that doing Wikipedia research was like a bad thing. I guess you hate people learning information. It's like, no, dude. The problem is acting like you're the authority on a subject and like trying to find post hoc rationalization by skimming Wikipedia without demonstrating the proper fundamental
Acting like, okay,
even to broach the subject matter. You can't be like
he's so petty.
3 weeks in to defending Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign and get caught running around being like, well, this must be Erdogan, who is the president of Israel, right? Or president of Gaza or whatever. It's so dumb. And it's all the same talking with JDam Expert, by the way. Okay, JDam Expert. Yeah, dude. JDam this dick in your mouth. There you go. Look, every single one of them is in here right now. There's not a space on the internet where you can say anything about Destiny without every single one of his fans coming in with their 11th sock accounts, okay? 11 sock accounts coming in and repeating the same talking points over and over and over again. That's it. It's unhealthy. They do. They watch me all the time. They watch me all the goddamn time. They sit there. They fucking try to put a paste bin together with like clips that they can farm, and they bring it up over and over and over again. Yeah, right. He's talking to a congressman right now. Right, sick. 40-year-old 4chaners, white knighting dipshit. It should be sad, but it's so funny. It is. Just immediately being like a roach. When someone calls me a roach online, you basically have demonstrated one thing and one thing only: that you are a 37-year-old dude who still browses 4chan. Okay, or you go on like r/green text or whatever. I don't know if this is a real post or not, by the way. Hilarious idea, substituting V being like, wow, sure would be nice to be a big streamer friend sticking up for you right now. Yeah, that's the other thing. I saw this too. My man really went with the I'd be fine with the whole lolicon thing if Vaush hadn't been really mean to me. Man, it seems like it would be nice right now to have other large content creator friends. Too bad he's a backstabbing child and has absolutely no friends in the streaming community. Crazy how that works. Enjoy your lolicon horse. What? Time and time again, these dudes openly demonstrate that they have no interest in like any principles. Like, you can't even just be like, that's gross unconditionally. You have to act like you would defend it. But to be fair, I'm sure you guys have the, what do you call it? I mean, I've seen him literally debate against Sneeko, talking about how actually it's a phebophilia. There's a difference between being attracted to a 14-year-old versus being attracted to a baby. Like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to
He just context matters in this one.
minors? Okay, why is that a thing in your mind? There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you go, maybe I shouldn't defend this. And before you say, I'm making this up, it's literally on tape. Okay, he's tweeted about it before. It's also on tape. It's very odd. So to everyone that comes in here to talk their big shit, I love you all.
He's just representing information.
I wish you well. Okay, and I hope you can get out of it.
Okay, then
Yeah, I
we
can see
don't
it.
need
When